as usual, a hectic one, and then upscaling was not easy, but we tried our best to go with what we signed up for. So today I've just been able to keep on going through more into the C++ syntax of Arduino coding I'm doing, and then trying to master the basics of the control flow, because initially starting up at the beginning I didn't really get much time to master basic syntax and all that. It's just performing tasks along the way really helped to be able to master them. And alongside that, today, this simulation I spoke about yesterday, yeah, been able to do it, and then it has been successful. Actually, has been a successful one, and I'm extremely happy about that. I would love to share, but coming to share would mean that I might be going too deep. So maybe if I have other colleagues on the line and they would really want to know what we have, what I've been up to, how I've been able to achieve it, yeah, I'll be very glad to share. So aside that, generally, yeah, that's what I've been up to today. Working on my basic syntax, control flows, going deeper into them, then practicing them, giving using some kind of little syntax code to control these hardware. And I'm still working on with the simulation. I think last week I mentioned I'll stop with the normal simulations of the hardware coding, but I'm enjoying it, and I seem to continue, but I will have to stop that within this week so that I can practically show up some works and then do some hard works. So the simulation I did today, just a bit about it. Newton, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, James.
Oh, okay, then that's great. Then I don't have to be talking alone. I don't have to be talking alone. I think from the schedule, you know the schedule I mean. You are supposed to do something today.
Yeah,
And I,
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
it was yesterday, but yesterday I had to attend to something. So
Oh,
today
okay.
I'm
Then
here.
I great, great. And I think we are the only ones here. And I know that chairman has intentionally done this to us, but it's all good.
Um,
Some days are like that. So let's see.
okay.
I was just I don't know. I was actually sharing how the day went for me, and then I saw you go up the line. So I was
Okay.
just talking about me going through my C++ deeper into the syntax, because my earlier stage of the hardware code, I didn't really look at the syntax. Just picking up the tags, getting to know what I want, and then just working towards it. I don't know if you've seen that kind of learning on the job. That was what I did most. But now I'm just taking my time to understand it better so that I will be able to advance in more tasks. You see that. So that's what I've been up to today. And also, I was doing a simulation yesterday, a solar panel simulation, some kind of simulation. I'm working with someone. So yesterday I was at stage one, and today finally I've been able to complete it, having the in-depth knowledge and all that. So that was what I was actually sharing. I didn't want to talk too much, and then it will become boring. So how was today? How have you been? It's actually been a while. I was actually the one off. Then yesterday I came, and then you were not on the line. You had to attend
Okay.
to something.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can
yeah,
talk.
yeah, yeah. Yesterday I had to help people with their assignment.
Recently, I got
So
show that I didn't no, 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 I got show around to the program. Yeah,
Ellie,
eventually, like,
hello, Ellie.
15 minutes. So, yeah, and thanks for today.
Ellie, please, you are interrupting our conversation.
Guys, I
Carefully
think my phone is
from the line.
freezing. I'm trying to mute myself, but it just looks like.
So you try. Please get a new phone. A new thing. Sorry. Today our network is favoring us. Let's let him suffer.
Hello, James.
Yes.
Ciao.
Can we continue what we are saying, Ellie?
Okay, sure. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, then,
Hello, Ellie.
yeah, you can continue. I'm listening.
Okay, Newton.
Okay, so I was saying that yesterday I worked on object oriented programming, and I had worked on a coffee project some time ago, and I told you people about it. So yesterday, what I tried was, I tried using the object-oriented programming to define some attributes and functions to make it work as I did without the object-oriented programming. Then today, I worked on a quiz project. So it's just like I'm having a question bank there where it's having a lot of questions and each question is having an answer. So whenever a user will be prompted a question, then an answer will be needed. So whether it's true or false, if it's true, it will go to the next one and there will be a score to updated. And yeah, that's all I did today. I'm having the codes here. I don't know if yeah, if time be
Feel
then
free.
I'll post it.
There is more much time, so try to allow us because I really want to see what you have done.
Okay.
Oh, so Ellie, what's up? Are you with us?
You said
Are you with us?
I'm with you, but I'm having a little challenge that uh, I'm trying to mute, but I don't know how to mute the call at the moment. Yeah, so
Oh,
I will exit for now and then rejoin.
okay.
Okay,
So
all my
next time,
buttons are just missing,
yeah, 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 be careful
so
of your
just
ability
pardon
to.
me.
Okay,
Okay,
okay. So
bye.
yeah, after you.
Well,
Hello, Newton. Am I back? Oh, okay. Sorry, my network just went off. I'm sure I'm back and I'm live. Oh, so I would have really wanted Newton to share his screen and take us through what he has done. For me personally, uh, I've tried object-oriented programming in Python. Okay, he's back. So Newton, I was giving you the stage to take us through. You can share your screen. Feel
Okay.
free. I'm coming to learn because I won't learn this again. So I'm going to pay massive attention to whatever you're going to do.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you see my screen? Hello? Can you see my screen?
It's loading. Yeah, it has come. Yes.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, I can see it now. You code with PyCharm.
Okay. Yeah, it's PyCharm.
Wow.
But
Also,
is it visible enough or it's
oh yeah, yeah, it's visible enough. So if you'd like to zoom, we just advise those that are watching us to just put their videos on full screen so that they can see. So that's what I've done. So I can see. It's very visible.
Hello.
Hello,
Okay.
am I
Okay.
muted?
So
Yeah, it's very visible.
I talked about. Okay. Thank you. So I talked about working on quiz projects. So the quiz projects, I had to divide it into three main sessions. So I'm having the data part. So this data is consisting of a list of dictionaries. So you can see that for each dictionary, we are having the text, and the text is the question that you are being asked and the answer. So it's having two things here. So the text, which is the question, and the answer, and we are having about 12 of them here. So that's where we'll be taking our questions from. Okay. Then
Okay.
you see that whenever you are being asked a question, normally online, the question is having a model that it comes in. So, in order to create that model, I had to create a class. So, this class is something part of object oriented programming, where this class is a blueprint. Then I defined an attribute. So, I defined two attributes, which is the text and the answer. Please, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can see you. Everything.
So, okay, so it's having the text and the answer. So for the text, we'll have to initialize it. So initializing an attribute, we have to call the self first, then the text. Then we'll equate it to whatever we want. But then we're having a parameter here, which is the text. So I'm equating it to the text. Then we call the self and the answer and equate it to the answer, which is another parameter here. Okay.
Okay.
But then how the question will progress, let me run it so that you see how it is. Um, you see that for this one, it will give you the first question, and when you give the answer, let's say true, it will progress to the next question. So that's what we want to do here. So I'll go to the quiz brain, which is containing how I want my quiz to progress. So I'll create a big class here, which is the quiz brain. Then I give it an attribute. So with the attribute, it's having the list and the score. So the score is what will be updated when you get it correct or wrong. So when you get it correct, it will add 1 point. When you get it wrong, it won't add anything here. Then we initialize some stuff. So we initialize the question number. So we start at question zero because um, in order to sort out the dictionary here, we know that it's a list of dictionaries. So the zero will refer to this first
Yeah,
question here. So we set it
indexing in
to
Python.
yes, please. So that's why we set it to zero. Then the question list. So we initialize another attribute question list and we equate it to the Q underscore list, which is another parameter here. Then we initialize the score, which is zero here. But then if you want to progress to the next question, you have to check if the user is still having questions because we can see that the questions here are not that much. So when the user reaches the last question and tries to go to the next question, you shouldn't return anything. So that's what we are trying to do here. So if the question number, which is this 0 and 1 and stuff, is less than the length of the question list, so the length of the question list will count from 1 to
Yeah.
this side. I think it's 12 or so. So if it's less than the question list, it should return true. But if it's not, it should return false. While we are doing this true or false because we'll be presenting this in a while loop. So that we would be able to get the questions, a new question whenever the user gets it correct or wrong. Then I initialized a new function here, which is the next question. So the next question will show that so after you get the first question, there should be another question from the question bank. So we set the current question to self dot question underscore list. So we are having this self here whenever we want to call a question, a new question, we look at the list, then the question number. So if the question number is 0, it comes here and why is it loading? Please hold on a minute. Okay, okay. So it goes on. So when it's 0, it comes, it calls this one. When it's 1, then it progresses. Then if as it progresses, we want this question number not to display 0 when it's called in the formatted string, but we want to start from 1, 2, 3. That's why we are having this question number to start from 1. So it will accept a user input where we will have the question number, then the current question text, and whether it's true or false, and the user will be asked to give an input. Then we will check for the answer. So for the answer, we take two things. We check the user answer, then the current question answer, and all of them is being fetched from this data here. So if you give true or false, it will check from here. So if the answer you gave is equal to the answer here, then you get a point for that. But if it's not, then you won't get any point. So it will check the answer. If the user answer is equal to the correct answer, it gives you a point and print you got it right. If it's not, it gives you are wrong. Then we are having this print statement here. So whenever you get a question wrong or correct, it will show you the correct answer so that maybe the next time you encounter it, you give the answer. Then the score. So the score, initially we set it to 0. So
Yeah.
when you get the answer correct, this one changes to 1. Then it will this question number would also show to 1. So if you get maybe 4 out of 20, it will show 4 out of 20. So that's what it's doing here. Then when you are going to the next question, it will print it on a new line. So going to the main.py, we call the question model, which is this one. So from question model, we import the question class. Then from the data here, we import the question data. Then from the quiz brain, we import the class, which is quiz brain here. Then we call the question bank, but this question bank will be an empty list, and then we have the score to be 0. Then we call a for loop here. So the for loop, so with the for loop, we are having for question in question data. So it will be looping, it will start from the first question. So for question, this one will be the first item. What will it check? So it will have to check the text and the answer. So we create a new variable question underscore text. So the question text, so it will only slice out only this part. A slug's blood is green. Then for the answer, question underscore answer, it will slice out only the answer here. Then in order to go to a new question, we are calling this question class, and this question class takes the question text and a question answer. Then whatever we get from this new question, we append it to this question bank. So instead of them displaying the dictionary, to display only these parts without these curly braces. Then we call the quiz. So this quiz will be equal to the quiz brain, which is a class that we initiated here. And it's taking two entries, the question bank and the score, which is 0. So to top it all, we are having a while loop here. So why we are having the while loop is we don't want a case where you just answer the first question correctly and then it will end. So it will loop through the list until everything is done. So it will check whether you still have questions. If you still have questions, then it will go to the next question. Then after everything, it will print. When you are done with this while loop, it will print you have completed the quiz. Then your final score was the score over the question number. So let me try running it and let's see how it goes. So they are asking a slug's blood is green, whether true or false. I don't know the answer, so let me say true. Then it will go to the next question. Then the next question till we are done. So that's basically what I did today. It was a hell of problem for me because I'm now starting this object-oriented programming and a lot of things are quite confusing. So I'm still trying to catch up with things. Yeah. So this the summary of what I did, James. Hope you heard me.
We heard you and stop deceiving us that you are now trying to catch up. Dr.
I'm now
Kweku,
trying.
you're welcome. Ellie, you're
But,
welcome.
but James, you're welcome.
Actually,
Thank you very much, James, and
I've gotten a
everybody.
job. I've gotten a job and I'll announce it later at the end. It's a great news, actually.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
My boss is actually here, the one that employed me. My employer is in our midst,
Oh,
so
I
I will
see.
announce it later. So Newton, Charlie, thank you so much. You know the funny thing? Is it funny or okay? I will not call it funny, but the truth is, what you have done right now, I feel like just doing it. I feel like just coding it because it's very nice. I was even just thinking about you expanding it, not just 12 questions, even adding a loop where the person can decide to quit and then try again later, since it's a quiz game and all that. They will just look for some hardware be and deploy it on some touch screen device be. Then we have developed a game. So that's just a thing. So Pegu,
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
so how far? How has today been?
Oh, today, today has been a day. What a day. What a shock. So, I'm still trying to work with the O I was talking about the other time, the Google Open Authorization, for my project
Mm,
for the mini e-commerce website. At first, I was trying to run away from the e-commerce bit so that I would just make it like a website that has a form for each of the products. So you can just order from each of the
yeah,
pages with the order button. And so I did it that way, and now I'm looking for a way by which the user or the website visitor can place the order, and then the order will end up inside the email of the owner of the company because I said it before. So to do that, I had to install a package, the load mailer package, and I faced that issues last week or last week. So I had to use the OAuth to give it a newer version of what is being used now. The
yeah,
other one was no longer in use. So for the OAuth alternative tool, I tried it myself. I tried to use the um, VS Code Copilot, the agent mode to do it, but we did it together. And at the end of the day, I wasn't getting the front end feed in the browser. That was just this morning. I wasn't getting the front end feed in the browser when I load the port. So I was having a chit chat with the AI. Charlie, what's up? It's not coming. You see the errors like this. So I'm the things not coming. So I just forgot. It's funny because I was in the night. I slept around 2, and then I woke up around 6, and I was trying it again. I went to AI and said, boss, the thing's not coming. No, still not coming. The AI was like, oh, you sure it's something, something. So I was like, oh, what am I going to do? So I was very afraid. I was very down. I was like, this AI today, what am I going to do? So, and it was like my first time to using it. So today when I came to work, I just find some time to read more about the feature and the AI and the new feature. And thankfully, I found some interesting things. I was able to locate the official Google website that contains that feature and its documentation. So I read about it. It's quite a long read, a lot of boring things, but I was able to read everything. So it gave me an idea of why it was even brought up in the first place and everything. Then I went to another AI. I just dogged the other AI. I went to use Gemini. And I think it worked this time. Not like the food worked, as for the food is in the house, but at work I was more calm because when I was very frustrated. So today I was more calm. So I asked Gemini, I'm doing this project. I don't want you to have the full e-commerce. I don't have the knowledge for that. So I want to be a normal sorry project with an order and everything. Can you help me with the node mailer package? And we're like, oh, that's very nice. And then he said, oh, but the AI told me that he feels like I should still um, infuse the sign in option, like almost like an e-commerce website. Because if I don't infuse the OAuth so that the user has to verify his email with Gmail before he can place an order, it means that anybody at all can put in any email and just make an order. Okay, so you can just go to the
Yeah.
website, see a product, put in your details, a wrong email, whatever email, and just make the order. So I was reading through the AIs and I thought, that's good. So I was like, okay, yeah, I think your idea is good. Let's go with your idea. He said, okay. So how do we go about this? So we just give me the processes. I'm like, oh, that's good. So I just copied the processes into a Google Docs sheet so that I can link it when I get home. Then I can also go through it and see whether if I follow those steps, I'm sure I can be able to do it at home. So that's my progress so far. And then afterwards, I was trying to Google, use the same Gemini to just find out more about backend development and some of the things that makes a good backend developer. So I was reading about learning about terminals. I didn't even know that VS Code had its own debugger. So I have a lot of notes I've copied into my Google Docs, and then when I have the time, I'm going to just read through. So for now, that's my update for today. Hopefully tomorrow, I mean today when I go home, I should be able to try what I couldn't do in the morning again. Hopefully if it works. I will make it about it on LinkedIn and everybody will hear that it's working. So for now, that's my update.
I want to be like you when I grow up. So
That's a big
I
lie.
have to bow into your anointing. Charlie, the things you are doing. Ellie, are you with us? You know, when Ellie,
Roman father who likes Benson is talking about
yes,
anointing. Mm.
when Ellie wants to challenge me, he doesn't know that my house people backing are stronger than his own. Today we will not see your face. If you show your face, you change my name. So actually, that's a great thing you are doing. It's a black screen. Your face will not show Ellie.
What a
It's a
blasphemy.
it's,
Is
it's
that,
a black screen that I can see. So
is that
you
what?
let me. I can see black screen.
You can see black skin. But
Yes.
what can you see now? That's me.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait, it's a very nice this thing you are doing. Sometimes I just feel like doing everything. I also coded software. I programmed HTML at the beginning stage of messages.
Boss.
I did that thing. But I never had a laptop to actually track my progress. So after that, everything was gone. It's just in the pipeline.
Mm,
But when I still hold the machine, and we coded in Notepad, and you save it
Hey,
as the HTML, you run. Yeah,
nice,
Charlie. So
nice,
that's
nice.
where in our head. That's where in our head. So that's it. Oh, Charlie, it's nice. I will have to come and learn under you. It is another 30 days upscaling in your area there, Charlie. I would like make it
Yeah,
too. It's a new.
yeah,
So Ellie, how far? You were bombarding people on LinkedIn. I was like, what he was explaining. Are you sure some readers will understand?
yeah. Yeah, I saw
uh,
it.
I'm not targeting everybody to understand my post. Those who have targeted will understand.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Oh.
Yeah.
So Ellie,
So,
how was today? How was today in general?
is that
How has today been?
today I've been a very lazy person. Yeah, and then I rested very well after the sermon and then the preachings from the psychologist and then the stress manager. I took a lot of rest and then restarted my stress cycle all over. But the latter part of the day hasn't been quite good since it was quite loaded with a lot of movements. And then when the meeting started, I forgotten that my device was connected to a lot of things. So I muted it from one side, and then I noticed no, I wasn't muted. So I was trying to mute it from the other side, and then everybody around me was also confused. Do you need a ride back home? And like they noticed I was looking for something, and that was when you heard people trying to communicate with me. Yes, but before then, I've not been able to do much since I had other things on my table, but I've been able to do the perspective thing I was talking about. So this is what the perspective does. Have you ever used cam scanner before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, sometimes you take a picture and then you can rotate the picture and then put it in the right orientation or perspective that you want,
Yeah.
right? Yes. So that was what I've been able to do today. But aside that, too, there were other CV models that I used. Example, trying to make a picture clearer. Yeah, it's the same thing they use in traffic cams. So those cameras you see on the traffic along the traffic light, then if
Yeah.
a car is overspeeding, it takes a picture. So sometimes the picture it takes, because the car is overspeeding, it doesn't take a clear picture, but they have a way of making it get to get to the best picture, so it gets the numbers. So that was the same thing I did. I tried it with um some numbers and then also wrote on a paper, took some of my notes. When I was going to snap the picture, I shifted the camera just to get that blurry or the picture wasn't in focus. Tried it and it worked. Yeah, but the focus actually was on the perspective. But because I did this in the previous days, I just applied it and it worked. When I get home, I will decide. Not I will decide what I will learn tomorrow has already been decided, but I will look at the calendar and then um, look at it. So I can't give a detailed update now. As you can see, I'm currently a lonely Moses leading Israelites. Yeah,
I can't
there are
see.
Israelites behind me, but you can't see them. The cloud and then what the things are covering things, so you can't see them. Yeah, so that's what I've
Please
been up to
ensure that
today.
you
And
cross the
sorry,
Red Sea.
you said
Ensure that you cross the Red Sea.
the Red Sea. Was it
Yeah.
here that we have boats, so don't worry.
Well,
Yeah, and
that's
sorry I have
fine.
to distract and then disturb you. The first time I joined the call. Yeah.
Apology not accepted. So I want to
And
officially
who said I
announce,
even wanted you
since you are
to
still
accept it?
Master, wait, let me give my announcement. So I've been employed by Tween Tech because I
Wow,
passed the challenge
congratulations!
yesterday.
How did you go about, like, how did you apply?
The videos are on YouTube Live. Oh. They are
Oh,
there.
okay,
We'll
okay,
refer to them.
okay,
You accepted, you
okay.
made a challenge. If I come here
Wow,
first and I
wow,
join the line first,
wow,
you automatically join. You are giving
wow.
me wow, wow.
That's
You
nice. That's nice. Then I think I
I'll
also have to
give
follow your
Tween
path.
Tech this thing on LinkedIn and you will see.
You do it.
I'll give a recommendation for Twin Tech on LinkedIn and you will see.
We'll be very glad to have that recommendation. It should just be a genuine recommendation. Don't overhype us.
I won't even hype you. Watch out.
Why the movie advert they can't do.
Oh, Charlie, like the things I've heard from you people today has motivated me. Tomorrow I'll have to get my robot here and show you how the robot works.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I just like the aspect. Earlier I had interest in what you are doing because I would apply a bit of that along the way to do some one or two things. And also, um, my boss, Dr. Kweku, also I also like what you're doing because sometimes I feel like when I do my things, I should just be able to design my own thing and work with it. It's a stingy life, though. I don't have to employ anybody, but I'll still have to employ a lot of things. And what Newton spoke about, challenge. Today, I've been filled and motivated by Ellie. So, Charlie, uh, for me, I don't like taking much time. Thank you to those that are watching us, pardon our goofy nature, our choice of words, and every other thing, but we are just here to share knowledge and then upskill ourselves. I'm still waiting for the day someone will join and I have a surprise package for the person. Personally, I would give the person a surprise package. Just find out one day and join us at the backstage and let's discuss. Don't just join us after not doing anything that day. Actually, join us after doing something that day. That will be very helpful. And then you share what you have with us so that we all upskill together. Thank you. Subscribe, like, follow, reach out to Tween Tech if you need anyone's contact, and then you can get access to it. Ellie, any other thing?
If I join tomorrow, do you have a surprise for me? Because you said you have surprise for anyone who joins tomorrow.
But you are a constant. You don't make my English
I'm a
live. Oh.
constant.
Answer. You are not part.
I'm what? Yeah, I'm not part. I'm not part.
So
Yeah,
any last
I'm
words?
early.
Any last words from
Yeah, last word
my
for
two?
this. Last word for this session. That is we are today is the 15th, right? And then out of 50 days, we are now on day 15th. Um, you don't need to join us on the day 15th. You can make our day 15th day one. Please, life is a race. Nobody should deceive you that life is not a race. Please, it's a race. If it's not a race, your parents will not be telling you. Your colleagues are aware, and then you yourself you go for interviews, and then they will have to select someone. It's a competition, but it you have to define who or what you are in a competition with. So if you're in a competition with yourself or you're
Lost.
in a competition
My
with your
network is
yesterday,
messing up.
yes.
Go on, go
So
on.
if you're in a competition with your yesterday, don't compare yourself with our 15 days. You can start your day one on our day 15. Just make sure you are better than your yesterday, and that's all. Yeah.
Hello, my network is messing up.
Okay. I think James have joined the sign language people. So, Kweku, you can continue.
Yeah, I think you have said it all. Earlier, I said it all. It doesn't really matter where you are at, as long as you are improving every day, even if it's by 5 minutes or whatever. I think it still works out. So, if you're watching, you can always join us and learn something new. It's not too late. Once you have life, you have hope. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, hello. Well, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was my network. It was Ellie's network rather because I didn't hear what anything he said.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no problem.
Kweku, I like the way you
So
said the
we meet
okay.
here
Yeah.
tomorrow.
You don't argue over everything.
What?
You don't
I'll,
argue over
I'm
everything.
sorry.
Just okay to know.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure, sure.
Yeah, Ellie, you're looking good today. What
Yeah, yeah,
happened?
yeah. I've always been looking good.
He's
Yeah.
not looking good. The light that looks good on him, there's light where he is. That's all. It's not nothing. When he's in
Thank
his
God it
room,
didn't come from me. Thank
You
God it
just,
didn't come from me. Oh
I've,
God.
I've always been looking good. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you all for joining in. We've spent extra 10
uh,
minutes above our time. Have a
Bye.
wonderful day ahead. Catch you later. Bye.
all right, later. Bye.